So welcome ladies and gentlemen, we're back today with some more PES 2016. This time we're going to have a look at some of the latest screenshots from Konami. We have a little bit of Master League, a little bit of myClub and edit mode on the PlayStation 4, which is looking pretty impressive, I have to say. And then we're also going to just have some snippets of screenshots that have been shown as well. Now this is in Photoshop, so I can actually zoom in and really try and dissect the screenshots themselves. So the first one we here have of Neymar looking very nice. This was pretty much taken from the trailer that was shown at E3. I mean, the textures themselves look great. You can see the kit here, the Brazilian badge number 10. His face modeled quite nicely. But you can't tell too much from these screenshots purely because, you know, this really isn't in-game. It's taken from a trailer. Next up, Neymar once again, this time dribbling with the ball at his feet. You know, the grass, the ball, the boots, the socks, the shorts, the kit, all looking very, very nice, detailed. You really would expect that this year from next gen. I mean, it's not even next gen anymore, is it? It's current gen. But on these consoles, really, the power of the console should be shown. And this really should be in-game. Whether it will be, though, we'll have to wait and see. Next, we just have a screenshot of Vidal sneaking the ball off Francesco Totti, but the important thing here that's shown is the overall sort of rain textures. I mean, it looks great. Vidal sliding in, Totti going absolutely flying. Players in the background, PLO, we have De Rossi, Tevez, Pogba watching as Vidal steals possession away. But once you can see here as well the little bit of grass that's been stained on his shorts and the socks, as well as Francesco Totti's shorts. So this screenshot just shows pretty much the weather itself. You can see here 0 minutes, 45 minutes, the first half being just cloudy. That's the conditions, and then you can see the second half absolutely bucketing it down, looking completely different. You can't even see the crowd with the rain textures, but once again we're going to have to get in our hands on it to really see how that does play out. But watching the videos, the weather certainly is an improvement this year. So this was just a screenshot I put together. Obviously there's 2 editions you can pre-order. I think there's a limited edition as well as another edition. But these are the features that we have, of course. Dynamic weather, goalkeeper ID, revamped Master League, a dynamic wide camera angle, celebration control, and PS4 and PS3 image importing. No word, as you can see there, of Xbox One. So that might sort of sway your decision if you do have both consoles. So now we move into myClub. This is what has been revamped and changed from last year. You can see in the bottom left, yes, it does say screen in development, so it means that this obviously isn't the final thing. But let's just sort of zoom in here, and you can see the players that we have. Veto up top, Neymar, Nolito, Minuin. I mean, they're all, I think it's a little bit better this year. They have the proper sort of faces with the player names and the stats of the player next to them. Underneath them, that's going to be, I believe, the stamina. Obviously goes down as you play more and more matches. Manager, the same sort of scenario as last year with team strength, team spirit right here. There is another screen though, if you have a look at the top right hand corner. Last year there was only 2 options if you pressed L1 and R1 for offensive and defensive. This year there's another one, so we'll have to wait and see what that's all about. Going down a little bit further, the subs bench. Right here, the help, confirm, back, player menu, team menu, all the same as last year. And then the right-hand side, a little bit of information here about Neymar, a 90, right-footed, costs 55, remaining contract duration is 10. His nationality, of course, and then his tactical link. So it's very similar to last year, but they've obviously added a little bit more. The ball here with the level 32. That's going to be interesting to see what exactly that does do in the long run. So now we move into the squad data. As you can see in the top hand corner, PES United, Neymar against Goetze. It's pretty much comparing the 2 players themselves. Neymar, you can see, is a second striker. And Mario Goetze here, if he goes from attacking midfield to second striker, he's going to stay as an 87. So you can actually compare the 2 players this year, which is a nice little added bonus. I mean, you always want to be able to do that. You can see there in the top top right hand corner. You can switch between a numerous amount of screens, really get a feel for what kind of difference the 2 players are going to make. If you're going to put Goetze in there, what kind of a player is he going to be? And obviously Neymar's going to be quicker on the ball, more dynamic, who loves to really flank down those wings. So now we move into a little bit of Master League. This was actually, we've seen sort of this in the trailer that I dissected, but today we can really get sort of more of a feel for it. So we have in the top corner, the top right-hand corner there, the GP points, the myClub points. So that's going to stay the same. Little avatar. We have forward time, team management, negotiations, my team info, database, and system. I'm still not 100% convinced with the whole, just the naming of these. They don't, I mean, database to me, that sounds horrendous. They need to really change that to something a little bit more sort of Master League worthy. You know, fine, it's alright having team management because that's what you're doing, but a database doesn't really mean anything to me, and system as well. So I would like to see them sort of reword those a little bit. It's not a big deal, of course. Underneath that, little ticking box that will slide across. Karina flourishes for FC20. Anything I try just seems to come off. I mean, they've sort of kept these from last year. It doesn't add anything to me at all in the Master League. These boxes that come along, put something else there, honestly. Not a massive fan of them. But I do like the right-hand side. Finally, we can see the standings. I won't have to scroll through countless menus just to see the top teams. Juventus top, obviously. Roma, Lazio, and the, you know, it's a nice use of the icons there. Using the Champions League license to put something, and the UEFA license to put the Europa League there. So a little bit of vibrancy with the colours. Goal ranking for the different players. Still not a fan of the wording there. Call it top scorers. Why not? And then they should really have sort of an R2, L2 here, so you could scroll between top goal scorers and assists. And I would say a various amount of other statistics would be nice. Underneath that, we have next match. Nice to see who we're coming up against. The calendar in the bottom left-hand corner. You will be able to actually stop on these individual days, apparently. So that is huge, because last year, absolute nightmare. Have a look here, scrolling a little bit more with the team spirit that has been added in the top-hand corner. In Master League, it was actually showing the Facebook followers, so this is something that's different here. Team spirit that's obviously going up because Juventus are winning games, so that will fluctuate and increase throughout the course of the season. Conditions of the players, they're playing obviously a 3-1-4-2, and those are the players lined up. It would be nice to have the team, the player names as opposed to just the numbers. And then finally on the left hand side here, it's a nice little screenshot. I do like this. Paul Pogba stretching his arms, Juventus winning the derby, but I would like to see this also sort of switch between screens. Will that happen? We'll have to wait and see, but overall it's a better improvement than we've seen over the last few years. I mean, anything would have been better. It could be still enhanced further. It's not quite there yet, sort of like FIFA standards, but definitely a step in the right direction. So next up we move into sort of negotiations tab, I believe. I'm not quite sure, but we have negotiations, advanced search, scouting instructions, scouting report, favorites, and manager offer. These are quite nicely done. I mean, they've added the square boxes once more from myClub. They're obviously realizing that presentation is a little bit more important these days. The right-hand side, negotiations in progress. We have five offers received. We're going to have scouting instructions now, so we'll be able to go out there and sort of tweak who you want to go for, which region, if they have a special trait, maybe they're good at finishing or heading, etc. Scouting report, as well as manager offer. So, you know, it's better laid out. Hopefully when we go further deep into these menus, they're going to still have this same look and feel, and not just go back to that boring old school Master League feel that we've seen over the years. But overall, once again, a step in the right direction. And obviously in the top right hand corner, so I forgot about that, we have the team funds that are available. So now we're going to have a look at the edit mode itself. So this is the first screenshot, import images. It says the system will import the image data in the folder with WE-PES included in its name in the USB. That needs some horrendous rewording. Absolutely shocking. Files meeting the requirements below can be loaded. We need a space between there as well. So this is the resolution, 64 by 64 and 2048 by 2048 pixels. It's not massive, but reasonable size. Supports JPEG, PNG, and then you can select what you want: strip, team emblems, competition emblems, and manager photos. So at least that is there. We're going to be able to do strips, team emblems, competition emblems, so we'll hopefully be able to put in the proper FA Cup, etc. As you can see on the bottom side here, only on PS4. That is massive though, so Xbox One users obviously are going to feel a little bit hard done by. So we have a look at the next screen. This is the images that have been imported. Number of images selected, 1 out of 5. Number of images you can import, approximately 300. and 34. So it's a decent amount. I was hoping it was going to be sort of unlimited, to be fair. Import all images or import selected images. So these are the way they are going to be laid out. Now, if you do not know, this is actually how they're imported into the PC version. So now we can get really, really detailed kits. I'm very, very excited about this because this is going to mean we are going to have kits that look exactly like Arsenal, exactly like Chelsea, and exactly like we've had on the PC. So massive news, but once again, it's only on PS4, so do be wary of that. So this is once the kit has been imported itself. You can see the level of detail on this kit that you would never ever get in a million years on, well, anything sort of previously. So we've got the stripes in there, the 20th anniversary logo, the right hand side, the crest, the Konami logo there. The bottom side, we've even got a little logo in the bottom left of the kit. Down there it says PES. I mean, there's massive levels of detail here. And then you can still customize it further, I believe. Well, I don't actually think you can on the base side here, but base design you can change the collars, etc. But you won't be able to change any of the designs. But why do you need to? Because we're going to have the whole kit imported. So once again, another screenshot just showing the different variations of kits that you can have. They've obviously gone for the 20th anniversary one, so we have the red, the black, and the gold. And there is the kit itself, looking very nice on that side of the screen. So here's a look at the gold one itself, with the black, white, and the gold stripes. Not a huge fan of it. Doesn't look particularly nice, but the whole point of this is the fact that you can import some wonderful looking kits this year on PlayStation 4. And then finally we have the goalie kit. That was the red one. You can see still the level of detail here. We'll zoom in a little bit further. We'll get a little bit blurry for you guys, but still you can see it's going to be massive this year. Edit mode was something they needed to improve, and fortunately they have really done so, especially on the PlayStation 4, but that is the major factor. If you have an Xbox One, unfortunately I'm not quite sure how it's going to work. We're going to have to wait and see, but overall PS4 fans and users, you should be very, very happy. So there we have it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We have dissected all the screenshots that have been shown. Still lots and lots more to come. Please do subscribe for some more, but until next time, take care.